Dear men and women, welcome to this circle. I am Mary Magdalene. I was once on earth as a woman who lived and loved, and sometimes despaired and struggled with the very human emotions that you all know so well in yourself. I am here today to talk about what it means to be human. Many of you are tired of being human. There is a lot of struggle in your hearts, pain and fear that you bring from the past, and sometimes tiredness, as well as a departure from true openness, due to insecurity about what being human on earth can bring you. All of this is understandable, because when you come to earth, you encounter resistance dictated by memories of past lives, and aggravated by longing for home, a home that you have known in the realms of harmony and light. You all carry these memories within you, and when you come down to earth as souls, you can become somewhat depressed. So I ask each one of you to connect with the part of you that is struggling here on earth, and accept that it is afraid to be here. Your consciousness is not of earth. Your consciousness is infinite, cosmic, and feels at home in the entire universe. Your consciousness is here to visit and lives only temporarily in an earthly body. Acknowledge and embrace that part of you which is afraid to be here, afraid to really participate in life, and to be open to everything that can be experienced here on earth. Allow all that distress to be present. Doubt, loneliness, boredom, despair. I ask you to open yourself to these pains, because a wound can only be healed when loving attention flows towards it. Many of you want to adopt the ornaments of the spiritual path. But when you reach the heights of light, even before you can perceive, everything that is mundane is left behind. What you are really encouraged to do, here and now, is to look into the darkness within yourself, and send light into that darkness. But this is something that can arouse resistance in you. However, plunging into your own darkness, loneliness, and feeling of separation is what can offer you the greatest satisfaction. By doing so, you discover who you really are, the bearers of the light, the ones who came to illuminate the darkness. Now, imagine that old pain, which lives in the soul of each one of you, is gathered in the center of this circle of people. This pain is expressed in many ways. It can manifest itself as agitation, anxiety, sadness, uncertainty, a sense of disconnection. I ask you, while standing in a circle around this old pain, visualize a torch burning in the hands of each one of you, which extend towards the center of the circle, so that this pain can be completely illuminated and seen, and no longer need to hide in the dark, and allow each one's light to shine. You are not that pain. You are the one who can alleviate it and transform it, and this is your real task and mission here on earth. When you cast your light on your own darkness in this way, that light also radiates to others and encourages them to do the same. You are, then, a light worker. It starts with you. There is the deepest invitation for you to accept and fully accept your most vulnerable parts. And this is what we did this week. When you look at a person's deepest hurts, you realize that they are virtually the same in everyone, men and women, and that they come from the need to be recognized and loved, or the feeling of being deprived of love and understanding. The original purpose of sexuality, of intimacy, is joy, and this encounter is extremely valuable. We can even call it sacred. When a man and a woman meet with openness and respect, there is a union of energies that is literally creative. From this union, a new human child, wonderful and beautiful, could be born. But this encounter is also creative in a deeper sense. At the soul level, you can be animated and touched by someone else's soul in an intensely enriching way for you, and through which you become part of the one without losing your own uniqueness, your individuality. This is the true meaning of an encounter between man and woman. Feel the beauty of it, and feel how much you want to experience the sacred meaning of sexuality. As a soul, you are always looking for the one, to return to your home, to the divine within you. You have many names for this. God, the One, all that is, the universe, the cosmos. But they are all insufficient. It is that longing which you bring to the bottom of your being, to live in unconditional security, to be completely accepted, and to be able to express yourself freely. This deep nostalgia lives in all people, and the greatest thing about the meeting between a husband and wife, or between two loving partners, who can even be two men or two women, the wonderful thing about sexual encounters is that through it, you can catch a glimpse of the one, of unity. When you experience the human aspect exactly through such polarity, the duality man-woman, you have a glimpse of home, of paradise, and you are enriched by this. Sexuality was conceived to be a source of light, a tender, delicate dance. However, especially in the field of sexuality, human beings were deeply hurt. A distance and hostility developed between the two sexes. People are no longer comfortable with the energy of the opposite sex, even when those energies are within themselves. Women find it difficult to assume their masculine energy, their self-confidence, their power. Men struggle to surrender to their feelings, to their emotions, to the pleasure of merging with another person. How did this happen? It would be a long history to bring to light all aspects of the evolution of male and female energies. But the basic fact is that God, the source of everything that exists, has given you the freedom to explore and experiment, and also to risk having results in the form of unbalanced energy. However, it was necessary for you to really understand who you are and what responsibility you have been given. You are not a child in the hands of God. You are a God information who must learn to take responsibility and be in balance with all elements of life. You are a button God. Feel how powerful and autonomous you are. You are one and indivisible, and although you are inextricably linked to the source of all that exists, you are also totally yourself, entirely unique. Allow this knowledge to penetrate you. You are you and no one else. And this is already a miracle, a mystery. This is to be a soul, indivisible and unique. This is to be a God, a creator. Free, independent, autonomous. Can you afford the responsibility for so much autonomy? This is the real question. A part of you does not want to assume all of that responsibility, and that part is your shadow. You feel helpless, anxious, separated from the source. You want to go home, like a child who calls her mother. And often, romantic sexual relationships are used as a way to get home, but that doesn't work. Home is in you, in being yourself and unique. Assuming your full autonomy is the first step towards a mature relationship. Feeling at home, at ease with yourself, trusting your own essence, is the condition for a deep and happy relationship with another person. But this condition is incompatible with the childish desire that is often sought in a romantic love relationship. A yearning to be part of the other, to merge completely with the other, as if the other were an omniscient parent you could lean on as a child. It is precisely in romantic love that the inner child wants to release its own burdens and place them on someone else. Then, an emotional dependence occurs, and soon the two partners end up being suffocated. The first step in a healing, sacred relationship is to turn fully within yourself, to the home that is in yourself, and wrap the inner child in your arms who has strayed from the path and feels lost. Take on your own adult role. The other person cannot heal your wounds. You are your own healer, your own light. When you are able to penetrate yourself in this way, accepting yourself deeply and fully, you are ready to reach out to the other and touch him/her with openness and admiration. This is the second step in building a joyful and abundant relationship, reaching out to the other with admiration. And admiration means that there is no expectation, no desire for anything, no need for anything. It is simply looking at the other with admiration and interest. The most beautiful form of romantic love is to marvel, to be attracted to the other, to want to learn and explore the other in the most open and intimate way. And do it without wanting to add that person to your own worldview, to your ideas. Not wanting to mold it to your expectations and needs, but simply to play together. Only then can the other surrender, because there is no pressure or obligation. You are free, the other is free, and you join voluntarily. There is, then, something superior that connects you both, something that resides in the heart. You don't try to change or heal the other, nor do you try to make them better. No. You celebrate life together and, in doing so, heal yourself, not through each other, but each through yourself and your ability to trust your own being and, from there, be open to experiencing the richness and abundance of another soul. I ask you now to imagine that you are completely at peace. Bring your attention to your spine, moving down along it, past the heart and abdomen to the pelvis, and feel that this is the area of your body that is associated with sexuality. Feel it with admiration and frankness, without the prejudices and feelings of shame or impurity that have been associated with sexuality by society and the past. Feel this area as acceptable and neutral as, for example, the feeling of a toe. Here is the anchor for your human existence, and here, in the area of your abdomen and pelvis, are your basic instincts. This is where you stand on earth, Come down with your conscience. Just be there, wherever you are now. Feel at home with yourself, with whatever human emotions you are struggling with. What matters is that you are there to support yourself. Its light, its essence, can face everything because it is an immortal light, a light that softens and understands. Fill your entire aura with this light. Feel truly supported in your own divine light and realize how the universe, God, the source of everything, loves you. That's why they created you, to be as unique as you are. You are totally accepted, admired, loved because you are who you are, just as you are now. From this state of consciousness, look at someone you love. It can be your life partner, but also a friend, a child, or your father or mother. Simply choose someone who comes to mind, with whom you want to connect now. As you connect with the person you see in front of you, keep yourself completely focused on yourself. Your limits are respected, so remain in your own being. Feel calm and comfortable when doing this. Breathe calmly through the abdomen and do not feel that you should help or change the other. In fact, you don't have to do anything at all. Just stay in your center. Then look openly and in awe at the other person. See what he/she radiates while he/she is in front of you. When you are looking at him/her in this way, you approach him/her with admiration. You don't have to do anything, and the other one doesn't have to do anything. You simply observe his/her appearance, how she/he moves, and what you perceive in relation to his/her energy. So, get closer to that person while your own energy field stays around you. From your heart, feel that person deeply. Let anything you feel about him/her surface spontaneously, and watch him/her with admiration and without judgment. See what connects you and what gives you the most vital and joyful connection. Do not look at what is not going so well or is at odds, and what causes you to confront, but look at that higher, lighter, more youthful aspect that connects you, in which the energy flows between you effortlessly, and enjoy this. You don't have to do anything with it, except get pleasure. Welcome that light for a moment. Feel how the light, through this strand, flows into your heart, and see what it does to you. It brings something new and vibrant into your life, something you can move on with, which enriches you even more. You will receive it by being together, while each allows the other to be free. It is in admiration and in allowing the other to be free that you find yourself most deeply. This is the purpose of true intimacy. The first step is to feel comfortable with yourself, to trust yourself, and to continue doing so, even when you are in contact with the other. The second step is to turn to the other with admiration, without wanting to change or control it. Simply observing, feeling, and discovering the other. And the third step is to enjoy what flows easily between you when you are together. Enjoy that flow and let the other be free. Relationships on earth are very precious. It is where you are faced, energetically, with your most intense human emotions. At the beginning, I said I am here today to be a lawyer for human beings. By this I mean that, historically, to manifest the divine essence, we generally sought to transcend the human aspect, trying to rise above it and really escape from our own emotions, becoming a recluse, in order to avoid the bonds of relationships with partners. My path to the divine is to be really human through relationships, because although this is the situation where we are most deeply confronted with our feelings of loneliness, longing, and despair, it is also where we experience admiration, intense joy, connection, and precious intimacy. Once you have entered into a deep, intimate relationship with another soul in human form, it remains forever in your soul's memory. When the soul is deeply touched by human being, by being a man and a woman connected by sexuality, this is truly a portal to the divine. In this way, the spiritual, the divine light, can really begin to live in people and in human society. Spirituality acquires a bright and golden glow, not through isolation in some realm up there, but precisely through the interaction on earth between human and human. I want to thank you all for being here together, for the openness with which you are connected from the heart. This is what matters. True spirituality is not the discipline or the development of certain skills or arts that you have mastered. It comes down simply to an open heart, a human heart that wants to bow down to its own darkness with admiration and kindness, and, in doing so, also experiencing the joy of love, warm human love. Thank you.